Hello, my loves. I just had to share this because far out, man. I just got my first hater, proper hater, and for this blog. And wow, sweet mother, this bless their darling little heart, this human did they wrote like a small doctorate, like the amount of time they would have put into the thesis that they splattered upon my feed was a whole other thing. And, I just started reading it, was like, oh, you're a hater, delete. Like, I'm not interested. Because a couple of things. And I just was like, wow. A couple of things came to mind. One was, I remember about, I don't know, like a long time ago, 8 years ago or something, I did some business training and professional like platform speaker training. And, back in the day when I was like trying to like build myself into a thing to become a certain thing in the world, to make a difference in the world. And now I'm just like, dude, I think I just have to be myself. And that's actually what's going to make the difference. But anyway, back in the day, and I remember my business mentor at that time saying, when you start getting haters, that's when you know. That's when you know you're onto something. You're really close. And I was like, ooh, like, the juice is happening. Good things are coming for me. I feel it like. But yeah, I guess a couple of things I wanted to say was one was that as an adult now, as an adult now, I how good is it when you're an adult and you have the opportunity and option to stand up for yourself and to stand up for yourself in a way that you couldn't do, like that you couldn't stand up for your child, for your inner child. I'm talking about like myself as a child. I was bullied and anyway, we don't need to go there, but like plenty of darkness in my childhood. And I didn't have the capacity to stand up for myself. I had no voice, I had no ability to do that. But what I do have now is the ability to say no to people bullying me. I am like vehement. Is that how you say that word? Vehement. I will vehemently stand up for for every aspect of my soul, for the part of me that is innocent and pure at that and that just wants to share from my heart. And I have no friggin' agenda. I'm just feeling called to follow this voice to share my truth and trusting that if that's what I'm being guided to do, then there's a reason for that and that there'll be, some goodness for that. I'm just realizing I didn't set the timer. I'm going to pause. I'm going to set the timer because if I don't set the timer, it's just not going to go well. Let's do that. All right, time is set. If not, like I said, homegirl can talk. Anyway, um, where was I? Where was I? Standing up for myself. Yes, all my aspects. Um I am so committed to my self-love now. I am so committed to just loving, honoring, and accepting every single aspect of my being. I don't care how imperfect it is. I'm going to love it so hard. And it's like a good opportunity, isn't it? When you get like a proper hater, someone who's not like just, how some people hate you behind your back and they're just quietly hating you. And then you have the loud haters, It's not, you don't get that many super loud in your face haters. And so when you get a loud hater, for me, it was just like this opportunity of like, oh, like how much of you do I let get into my field? And it was really nice. It was like, actually not much, like a few sentences. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. I am no longer interested in your frequency. I will stay in the realm of magic that I have spent like 50 years cultivating. Thank you. Thank you, my love. And I guess the other thing that I guess has come up for me and that I feel to say is that, oh my God, Like, I have been, look, everyone goes through a lot. I totally get it. I don't think I'm any more exceptional than anyone else. Like, how hectic is human life, right? We're all going through a whole bunch of stuff. And but what I will say is that in terms of human relationships, oh, sweet mother, I have been like proper ghosted and cut from the lives of people who I loved and trusted, and like experiences that just like ripped me in half, broke me down to my knees, like begging spirit, why? Why don't they love me? What's wrong with me? And in the end, what I feel was the reason for all that hectic amount of loss in my life, loss of humans, like one after another revolving door of exit strategies. What I feel that it was about was that I had to learn to love myself, oh my God, like ruthlessly, like no maybes, not like by second halves, like proper, you know, the way that you would defend an innocent child, who cannot speak for itself, is the way that I now love and defend myself. I'm like, no one else is doing it. No one else is here to do it. I'm going to do it. I have to do it. It's my job. And yeah, I was kind of laughing a little bit, going, dude, hater, you're gonna have to do better. No, don't do better. But that's not an invitation to more haters. Anyway, sending love and good juju, like just like releasing all need for drama. I'm not really interested. Your comments are just gonna get deleted, like whatever. I don't reply. I'm not interested in debating like people who just want to vomit their toxic rage and just caca energy of disappointment, yeah, all over me, all my light, all my life, or the community that I'm trying to cultivate of beautiful humans who want to live, from your truth, from your light, like just living your best, your truly best, most authentic version of your soul, with integrity, with love, with compassion. It's so fascinating to me that people want to spit on you when you are loving on yourself. So strange, right? What a bizarre world. But that's the polarity. That's the polarity that we live in, And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share it because I'm just like, I'm gonna see it as a good sign. I'm gonna see it as a good sign because that's my unicorn lens. That's my unicorn lens. I'm getting distracted because I think my hair's cute. I just got a haircut. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit distracted. I feel like Freya. I don't know if you guys know Freya. Freya is this cool channel that I watch and adore, and she gets distracted by her own hair. And I'm like having a Freya moment. Anyway, I love you, Freya. But what else do I want to say? Let me pause and see if I have any other thought. Anything else to share? I guess a final thing that I want to share. This is just like a little vlog today. I guess a final thing that I want to share is that I'm not pretending to have all my ducks in a row or I don't have the answer to life. I'm not Buddha. I'm not freaking enlightened. I'm a human. I'm doing my best like every other puppy. Um, and I think what a beautiful thing for all of us to turn up as we are, imperfect, without all the answers, just stepping into life as we are in this moment, doing our best. Shouldn't that be celebrated? You know, I want to celebrate myself. Look, I'm gonna be honest, spirit, whatever you want to call it, source, like the puppies upstairs, whatever the dealio is that you call those little homies, for a year, more than a year. right? More than a year and a half to be quite fair, a year and something, but more like a year and a half. Those puppies screaming their heads off, telling me to start this vlog. I made like really cute, like proper, sexy little intro, outro with little music and, everything looking like amazing. But I never started the vlog. I just had my little intro reels ready to go, but nothing ever happened because I was waiting, waiting for something, waiting for my life to look more together, more perfect, waiting to look shinier. Always, it's been the story of my life, waiting to look shinier. And I don't know if I'm ever going to look shiny. And I don't even know if that's the point. Spirit keeps telling me that's not the point. And Spirit keeps saying to me that's actually not where my power lies, that my power lies in sharing just myself, just as I am, just being real, just being true, and just sharing the experience of being human. And isn't that what we're here to do? Just to share our experience of being human and trust that when we share honestly, openly from our hearts, that perhaps we'll be blessed enough for that to move someone else, and then there'll be this like cutesy, patootie little butterfly effect of, then that person will feel more open, to share with someone else. And, a couple of other things are coming now. One thing that stopped me from doing this was I really love Brené Brown. For those of you into her, like, man, shout out to Brené. That homegirl is just like ace grade top dog. I love her so hard. And, one thing she talks about is that vulnerability is not like spilling your guts on a public forum. Like, vulnerability is finding like a few close people and sharing with them. And so I think that because I really love Brenna and I really respect her truth, I think that that actually really stopped me from doing this blog, vlog. And Brenna, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. Um, this is I'm responsible for my own life and my own choices, clearly. But I see her as wise. I see her as a mentor for sure. And I was like, double checking, triple checking, like maybe I shouldn't, maybe there's something wrong with doing this. Like maybe, it's weird. Like people don't really share this way so publicly. Maybe it looks like I'm trying to do it to get something or just like seeking attention. Like I'm not after anything. I am just doing it because my intuition is telling me to do it. And I finally had to do it to stop the screaming frickin' noise like in my head of my intuition screaming nonstop telling me to do it. And I wondered if, that there was something wrong with me wanting to do it. Like I questioned my intuition telling me to do it. And and to be honest, I actually think like this is a little bit bittersweet what I'm about to share, but I think the only reason I'm doing this is because currently I don't have people in my life that I can fully share with vulnerably this way on a day-to-day basis. I mean, as I've said, I do feel blessed. I know that I have a small handful of people who I do believe see me and love me, for the person that I actually am, like for the being that I actually am. And I'm grateful for that. And I love them. I love you. If you're one of those little humans who loves me, I love you right back. Um, and the truth is that I don't really have any of these people who are readily available kind of on a day-to-day basis, who live near me, who have the same kind of like availability as me. And so I don't have people that I can just share with, I don't have really like a bestie that I kind of talk with all the time. I have like good friends, friends that I know love me, like I said, but we speak occasionally. All the people who I used to speak with regularly, like really regularly, the ones who I used to check in with weekly, they're all gone. They're all gone, all out of alignment. Nothing felt right. Either we parted mutually in kind of mutual loving ways, or like we sort of faded out of each other's lives because the alignment was gone. And, and that, to be honest, man, that's been like, so just ooh, a lot of pain, a lot of agony in that. A lot of makes me a tiny bit teary, a lot of questioning if there was something wrong with me. Why? Why? What's wrong with me? Why don't I have friends? Why don't people want to be my friend? I think I'm pretty cool. Like, why don't people see me? And and I now feel like if I had a really close friend, I would never have started this blog. I would never have done it because I would have been sharing with my friends. But because I don't have that right now, then I'm feeling called to start this vlog. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe I need to trust the reason for that. And I think there is a beauty to me starting this vlog. It feels so right, even though I have literally no agenda and no idea what's going to come of it. But it just feels like I have this like deep relief in my whole body. Like, this is exactly what I need to be doing. This is what I need to be doing. Like, what? I don't know who wants to hear this. But anyway, apparently somebody does. Apparently somebody does. People are watching them. Anyway, if you're one of the people watching them, I'm going to send you just the biggest hug and just say thank you. I'm just like looking into the camera saying, thank you. Thank you, beauty. Thank you for being here in this moment together, just sharing some good juju, good unicorn vibes, good love and vibes. How's my timer? Wait on, the timer's gone. Time has gone quiet, which makes me think I've been talking. What can I tell you? I pressed pause when I paused the video and then I paused the timer. Didn't start it again. I have no idea how long I've been talking. I think it's been a long time. I think I need to shut my trap. I sent you a lot of love. Is there anything else I want to say today? I'm going to wrap up with a little synopsis saying that, man, if you are someone, if you have also been impacted, if you've been ghosted, like, you know, ditched from people's worlds, um, maybe there's a bigger reason. Maybe, maybe, and I don't know the reason. I'm not pretending I know the reason. Only you can find out the reason with your own intuition. But maybe it's cause you got to start loving on you so hard to bring on the kind of people who want to love you back so hard and not love you conditionally and not love you, only if you comply with certain rules or only if you're willing to turn up in a particular way. Maybe we can love each other in a bigger way. Maybe we can do better. That's what I've got. That's what this little unicorn bunny has for you today. I send you so much love for your day. I hope you have a friggin' amazing, magical day full of the most epic unicorn juju on this planet. Mwah! And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, gorgeous.